President Trump's first face-to-face meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping was overshadowed by the U.S. missile strikes in Syria. But on Friday at Mar-a-Lago, the two leaders discussed another global hotspot, North Korea. The two-day summit ended Friday with the U.S. and China agreeing to increase cooperation on pushing the North to abandon its nuclear program.
North Korea has stepped up testing of its ballistic missiles in the past month, and the Trump administration has indicated it could take military action to counter that threat. For more on this, we're joined by Emmy Metzl, a senior fellow for technology and national security at the Atlantic Council. Jamie, welcome. To what degree do you think the strikes on Syria were, in some ways, a message, a warning sign to North Korea, do you think?
Well, they were in a very significant way. President Trump, many people have said, has been all talk and no action. And this attack certainly changes that. And to launch these strikes while President Xi was with President Trump in Mar-a-Lago, that's very, very strong statement. At the same time, the situation in Syria and North Korea are very different. And it's one thing to launch strikes. It's another thing to have a comprehensive strategy that can really move the needle on North Korea.
So China has been North Korea's biggest backer for a long time. Do you expect meaningful change in that relationship?
No, because China sees North Korea not in and of itself, but through the prism of its strategic rivalry with the United States. And unless China can see a change in that relationship, it's going to see North Korea as a strategic asset. And so there's almost nothing North Korea can do that will make China see North Korea as a greater threat than a reunified Korean peninsula potentially allied to the United States.
The other big topic at the summit was trade. President Trump has been very aggressive in criticizing China on trade. Was there any progress made down there, do we think?
Well, it's too early to tell. There was an announcement of a 100-day plan, or a plan to make a plan for improved relations over the next 100 days, and we'll see if that yields anything. There wasn't any announcement of any meaningful progress on trade, on South China Sea, on North Korea. But maybe this is the beginning of an improved relationship, but it's too early to tell.
President Trump said it was outstanding, the relationship.
Well, everything is outstanding for him. The question is there a strategy to change the situation with all of these issues? And right now, yes, it's easy to have a press conference. It's easy to tweet. It's even easy to shoot missiles, but to have a comprehensive strategy that's going to change real things in the world, that's actually hard, and we haven't seen that yet.
I wonder how disconcerted the Chinese are about this president's bluster on trade thus far. Because President Trump's withdrawal from the Trans-Pacific Partnership has greatly benefited the Chinese.
Hugely.
They must actually be sort of happy with where things are at right now.
The Chinese are thrilled because there was certainly a level of nervousness with President Trump coming in and all of the tough talk. And then there's really been no meaningful action to date. And not only that, President Trump has removed, as you correctly say, Alex, he's removed the leverage that we've spent a decade building. And so from a Chinese perspective, the United States is coming from a much weaker position. China has been massively strengthened. And yes, we can fire some missiles. But the question is there a strategy? And President Trump doesn't even have a foreign policy team. So how could you have a real strategy without the people to develop that strategy?
Well, the president has accepted the Chinese president's invitation to visit. We'll see what happens when he goes. Could be interesting. Emmy Metzl, thank you very much.